Hey everybody, take two. My internet connection is all wonky, so I'm going to start completely over. So I wanted to talk with you guys today about my 5 best tips for getting started on the keto diet, or in a lot of cases, getting restarted on the keto diet if you've kind of gotten off track or been in a slump with all of the travel in the summertime. So we've got a lot of new people in all of the different groups, and so I wanted to take some time to share my best, most favorite tips that I tell people when they ask. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Even though I had another video that I had started, the internet kind of went out on me. So if there was no other tip that anyone ever gave you, my very best, most important tip would be to start tracking. Now, don't shut down and stop listening to me because I said tracking. I don't mean forever. I mean to use it as a learning tool, especially in the first 1 to 2 weeks. If you're really just getting started on keto, it's really important to understand what you're eating and how much of it you're eating. So if you're not fully on board and done a ton of research on the keto diet, it's low carb, moderate protein, and high fat diet, high healthy fats. And if you're not using any kind of supplement like exogenous ketones or something along those lines, it is a very specific diet, and having the right ratios for your body to get you into that state of ketosis or fat burning mode, it is hard and it takes some time. So it's going to be really important up front not to make assumptions and not to just guess about what you're eating, what's in your food, and how much of it, especially once you really start to understand there are a lot of hidden carbs out there. There are carbs in your food that aren't so obvious, like the bread and the potato and the pastas out there. There are carbs in some of your vegetables and things like that. So that's my best tip, is to download a free app. My favorite is Carb Manager app. Plug in your stats, input your goals. I'd say a pound or 2 a week if weight loss is one of your goals, and start tracking and just track. Give it 2 weeks. And the goal is not to become an obsessive crazy person. It's not to make dieting hard for you. The goal is not to even make it feel like a diet in the first place. It's to really get to the point where you start to understand what's in your food. So think of it that way. Use it as a learning tool and get to tracking. I promise this will make all the difference for you. Okay, number 2. I would say my second favorite tip is to do a couple of different things that will increase the likelihood that you don't feel so crappy your first week. So if you haven't heard of the keto flu, it is a real thing, and it does happen to some people when they first start the keto diet. So if you've never heard of it, look it up. People hear about the keto diet and all these great benefits, and they hear about all this energy they're going to receive from shifting their diet, and they just hear about how they're going to feel better and not have those crashes and all that kind of stuff. And then you start and get hit hard with major headaches and feeling really crappy and tired and lethargic. And a lot of people stop before they even really get going because they really feel like crap and they don't understand why. And they're not doing a few things that they could easily do that could help prevent some of that stuff, or at least, not make you feel as bad. So the 2 things that I would suggest, and this is all in my number 2, is to really increase your water intake and to potentially supplement your electrolytes. Electrolytes are just sodium, magnesium, potassium. They're found in a lot of the foods that you eat, found in multivitamins. It's nothing crazy out there. But if you really want to increase your electrolytes, especially at first, you can get a supplement like, what is it called? Trace Minerals is the kind that I used. I got them off Amazon and had them prime shipped to my door. Or you could just salt your food a lot. You could drink those electrolyte waters. Most grocery stores have electrolyte water or life water, that kind of thing. But the reason behind that is because when you're shifting your diet to cut out all those carbs and to start fueling it with fat, when you're starting to push it in the direction of ketosis, that fat burning mode, you start losing a ton of water and a ton of electrolytes, more than your body's used to. So you need to try to replace that. So an electrolyte supplement is a really, really good thing, or just making sure you have some source of those extra minerals that you're losing. And the water, minimum, you should be drinking half of your weight in half of your body weight in ounces, minimum. So you've really got to hydrate. And a lot of people start feeling really, I was one of these people when I first started, I got really, really bad headaches. And it's because I wasn't drinking enough water. And that's something that you can easily do to really help knock off some of those crappy feelings. And that's going to be par for the course. You're going to need to keep your water intake up generally, like most of the time. So just keep that in mind if you're ever kind of stalled. Am I drinking enough water? It's one of the questions that I always ask myself. All right. Tip number 3, planning and preparation when you can is going to help you become more successful. A lot of the times when people are shifting the foods that they eat or trying to follow a diet per se, they fail because they don't have convenient things that they can grab when they don't have time, or they don't have the right types of snacks at work, or if they're on the road driving in a car all the time, or whatever your life situation may be. If you don't prepare ahead of time and have things prepared that fit with the type of nutritional lifestyle that you want to have, that you can easily grab on the go, you're more likely to make poor choices. So if you take some time, I've got 2 suggestions on that, 2 things that I do to help plan and prep meals. And this isn't meant to like dominate your entire weekend or every evening or anything like that, but try to take like a couple of hours on a weekend and pre-cook some things that will last you all week. Like we'll grill 6 or 8 chicken breasts that can be repurposed throughout the week for different things. Giant pan of veggies, something like that. Have snacks ready that you can throw in your purse or in your man purse. My husband carries a man purse, so I can say that. When you're on the go, in your gym bag or whatever it is, have snacks or foods or lunches prepared that you can grab the night before you go to bed to get up for work in the morning. Spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't care what it is, and just make sure you have something prepped or packed, or you have in your mind what you're going to do. But this idea of at least slightly thinking about planning and preparation is going to help you be more successful when you're trying to eliminate or really reduce certain types of foods that you eat. So think about that. Number 4, this one's really important, and it's kind of hard for people to wrap their mind around, especially at first. So, you're coming in, you're thinking, I'm going to do this keto diet thing. It's going to be great. I've heard all these wonderful things about it, but we are so programmed to think low fat, low fat, low fat. Fat is bad. Fat is terrible for you. Fat's going to make you fat. Like we're programmed to think that. So a lot of people, when they first start off, they really, really reduce their carbs, and that was your fuel source. But you don't increase your fats, and so you're not fueling your body with something else, and so your body is confused, doesn't feel good, is tired, thinks it's starving. You need to provide it with a fuel source. And so my best advice is to really think about those fats. And I don't mean sit around eating sticks of butter or pounds of bacon. Like a lot of people think that's what keto diet is, and it's not. When I say increase your fats, just where you can, think about how to add those extra healthy fats into your diet. So think avocados, marbled steaks like ribeyes, ground beef, like no more lean ground turkey. Get the ground 80-20 beef. Don't get the 93-7 kind. Like get that extra fat in there and get that into your diet. Nuts, chia seeds, believe it or not, have extra fats in it. Those types of things. But just think about healthy oils like avocado oil, olive oils, coconut oil. All of these things are really, really MCT oil. All these things are really good for you and can increase those fats because you're shifting your body to use fat, including all the chubby fat on your body, as a fuel source. So you need to fuel it with that. So fat, we really are so programmed to think fat is going to equal physical fat on your body, and that's just not the way that it works. And so you really have to work hard to shift that thinking up front, okay? And then my fifth big tip, you're already on the way since you're a part of this group here, is to find your group of people who are like-minded and have some of the same goals as you guys. Find a community, find a support system, find multiple communities and multiple support systems to help you reach your goals. And that's one of the goals of my group that I really want to hopefully express and provide for you guys. I hope our group provides it for you, not me. Like it's a group effort here. Collaboration is currency, right? So I want it to be a place of inspiration and motivation, building each other up, sharing what's working, sharing what's not working, sharing recipes, and just being a place that's safe where we're all kind of looking in the same direction with the same goals. So that's really important. An online community is an easy place to find and to use, but it's also really helpful if you've got a physical person or persons in your life that's heading in that direction too, whether it's your spouse, a close friend who's kind of like in it with you together, almost like a workout partner. It's like a nutrition partner. But find that extra support. And if you need a person, I can be your person. I can be lots of people's person. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you're going to pick up this, I always record these videos and save them to multiple places. And so if you're on YouTube and pick up this recording later, make a note in the comments if you're interested in joining our Facebook keto support group. It's for everyone. Anyone who's interested in, a believer in, a proponent of keto. If you do or don't drink exogenous ketones, it doesn't matter. Like all things keto, we are here for you. So that's my 5 biggest tips. Get to tracking, extra water, extra electrolytes, plan and prep, add in those extra fats, be conscious about them, and find your community to help support you. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if there's other topics that will help you on your journey, and I'm happy to start adding little tidbits throughout the day like this, and let me know in any way if I can help you. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.